Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Lunch with a Shark. I am your host, Vidal Espinosa, and I am so sorry you caught me eating a little bit of lunch. Noon here in San Diego, and I was having a little bit of lunch. How's your day been? How are you guys doing? How is September 1st, 2020 treating you? What are your goals for this month? It's the last month of the third quarter of 2020. Have you reviewed your goals? Have you reviewed where you're standing? If you don't know those measurements, those numbers, so if you can't measure, you can't grow. Plain and simple. That's simple. If you're questioning why I don't have more sales, are you measuring your sales? If you're not, if you don't have those numbers, how are you going to be able to measure them? Are you just like, oh, the wind is blowing from this side. No, my sales are not growing. Really? Fuck the numbers, right? Fuck those KPIs. Obviously, right? But what's the new series on Netflix? Do you want to talk about the new series on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, whatever? Let us know, because fuck the numbers. It's been a very interesting period right now here in California. The governor rolled out a new plan for reopening businesses, and yesterday was the first day that a lot of businesses were allowed to open. But dude, come on. He's killing a shitload of other businesses. The step or the process that he has proposed based on his advisors, it's going to take almost the rest of the year to bring back most businesses operational. By then, I'm pretty sure that most of those businesses are going to be either bankrupt or completely gone from the face of California. So, hey, if anybody is there listening to us, talk to this guy. Have them reconsider, because he's not helping, period. Whether some people agree or disagree with me, my belief is that he is fucking us over. Period. Talking about bad experiences, or bad experiences. That's what we're gonna talk about. That's what we're talking about. This week's topic is business delivery, like delivering what you promise to your clients, delivering what your clients hire you to, or give them, provide them, whatever it is. Why is the delivery so important? Plain and simple, it's your survival. It's your survival, and it's protecting your business. Plain and simple. If you promise your client the tax return by the end of February, deliver. So today we're going to talk about the business delivery, but how to set clients realistic expectations. I'm just going to tell you one word: assuming. You might know what the hell you're going to deliver, when are you going to deliver, and how you're going to deliver. Think about the time where you had purchased something and it did not live up to your expectations. Maybe it was some clothes you bought, a new brand of toothpaste you bought, some food at a restaurant, or even some service. How did you? I don't know about you, but I felt pretty upset. I'm going to give you a couple examples of expectations not being met, but one of those expectations that was not met was based on our deliverables from that specific mentor, coach, or whatever it is. Okay? We actually hired someone to provide us advice, consulting, mentorship, and all that stuff, right? We actually have 3 or 4 people at any given time consulting for us in different areas, and at the time, personally, individually, right? The deliverables that were promised were always late. The deliverables that were promised, even though we addressed them, they tried to fix them. And when it came to a 12-month period, it out to be 3, 4, 5 months, right? And that was it. That was it. It wasn't very clear as to, hey, you need to provide us this, this, and this, and this by this day. So we can start by this day your marketing, your funnels, your this, your that, and so forth. I know it's on us. I know it's my responsibility to reach out, right? But when you're paying a decent amount of money for that, hey, be proactive. Put yourself on your client's shoes. If you put yourself on your client's shoes and be objective, analyze it from their perspective, are you delivering? Don't be biased. And it's going to be a very hard realization on your part if you are not biased. Immediately start tweaking what you don't like. It was plain and simple in my restaurants. In my restaurants, I actually had a motto that the chefs must follow, had to follow. If you would not eat it yourself, why would you put it out to the client, to your guest? Would you eat that plate? Yes, you pull it out. But realistically, right? Just because, yes, I'm going to push it out to the front of the house so guests leave and next table. No, realistic. Be realistic, be objective, be truthful to yourself. Right? Another time, a couple of weeks ago, Macy's. We bought a couple of shirts. We washed them prior to using them. The shirts shrank. We followed the instructions. We went to Macy's to exchange with the receipt. And our reason was like, hey, you know what? Prior to utilizing them, to putting them on, we washed them and the shirts shrank. We followed the instructions based on the tag and it still shrank. Can we exchange it? The lady in front of us was like, yeah, let me consult with my supervisor. The supervisor never even came over to look at the shirts or hear our explanation why we were trying to exchange them. The answer was, nope, they cannot change it. They're damaged. We cannot sell them. We said, hey, this is the reason. Yes, they're damaged. Yes, they're watched. Yes. But for this and this and this, it happened. The thing here is that most people, when they are in customer service, they are asked to follow a script. They are asked to follow not their thinking. They're not there to think. They're there to follow a script. When it comes to customer service, yes, there must be a script, but at the same time, there must be a wiggle room for them to think. Are you doing that in your business? I can tell you more things. I can tell you more stories. More than likely, I will never go have that experience again with those mentors, coaches, business consultants. And most likely, I'm going to stop shopping at Macy's. Well, I hardly shopped at Macy's. Right? This is the same feeling your clients get when you don't provide the service you promise. As a service provider, you have to be able to deliver on the promises that you made to the client when you sign them up. I said it yesterday. I've said it multiple times. When you're pursuing your client, the new client, you are making them fall in love. You're answering to every single freaking email, every phone call, and you're bending even the rules that you've set. Reply 48 hours later. Send them an email, blah, blah, blah. And you're bending all those rules because you're trying for them to fall in love with you, right? But when they sign on that dotted line in the agreement and they're already buying, you already have money, you can care less. You become careless. That's what happens with a lot of service providers that we've encountered through our life in our business. The latest one, shit happens. Yes, but you took my money and you did not deliver. Yes, there's some fault in our part, but dude, it's like an insurance policy, right? As a service provider, you have to be able to deliver on the promises. What promises? Are they in writing? Are they just verbally communicated to the client? If you just verbally communicate that to the client, there's a humongous, bigger room for them to be not happy with your service because there's no clarity. Listen to the word clarity to what they are expecting from you on the deliverables. You have to make sure that your client's expectations are set before you start providing the product or services. Clarity. Before we start talking about setting clients' expectations, let's talk about some ways you can make sure your delivery is great for your client. Okay, so let's go step by step. Before we get to clarity, how are you going to deliver that great service to your clients? The first thing is you have to know your product inside and out. You should know your product well enough to explain the reasons why certain things are created the way they are. Listen to the following thing that I'm going to tell you. Your problems internally in your business should not become your client's problems. Let me repeat that. Your internal problems or issues in your company, in your business, as a service provider, should not become your client's problems. You're there to solve problems. You're there to mitigate issues. Period. Deliver. For example, if you have a coaching program and have clients write down their goals, you have to know that by writing down goals, it increases the likelihood of the client reaching those goals. Okay, so if you go through an exercise with if you're in a coaching industry and you go an exercise and say, hey, let's write our top 5 goals for the next month. We should do it right now. You should write down the top 5 goals or 5 goals that you want to reach in the month. Right? Have them do that. Don't assume you coach in the coaching industry or business consultant. Don't assume that they're going to do it. That they know that in order for them to achieve the goals, they need a blueprint. But first, they need to know their freaking goals. Now, if you're the coach and you instruct them clearly, okay, hey, write those 5 goals so you can achieve them. And then next month you review them, or middle of the month, you review with your client how you're doing with your goals, like a psychologist, like, hey, how are you doing with your problems? Which goals? Well, the goals from last session that we said to write them down, like, oh, I forgot. Then you have very different problems. If you have a specific food on your menu, you have to understand why that food is on the menu. By knowing these details about your product or service, you can help clients understand the bigger picture, making them feel more invested in your company. How are you going to do that? How are you going to know your product inside and out? Procedures, systems, templates. Respond quickly to concerns. Don't let concerns take over your business. You must make sure you address them in a positive manner and front-facing. This stops incorrect information getting to other clients and reduces bad reviews online. Don't just say, okay. Be authentic and actually listen. Be authentic and actually listen. This is not about you. This is about your business, which is a totally different entity and different person than you are. This is not about you. Be willing to receive feedback, whether you like it or not, straight on. There may be an actual problem that you need to address, or it just may be that your customer is having a bad day. Either way, listen and truly understand their problem. Be willing to accept criticism. It's the only way your business is going to grow. Being willing to accept reviews, feedback from anyone in your company and your clients, it's the only way you're going to be able to become excellent in what you're doing. Okay? Period. If a client leaves, ask them, and even though you know why they're leaving, ask them why. Now, be able to take it with a grain of salt. Remember, it's not remember. And each story has 3 sides: your side, their side, and the truth. Keep your word. Damn. It is better to underpromise and overdeliver to your clients. You never want to say a deadline you can't keep or promise something you can't deliver. Hey, there's loans out there for $2 million. I can get you one. It is like 400. The business has losses for the last 5 years. yada, yada. How are you going to deliver on that? Are you going to lend them the $2 million? Hey, we can actually try to apply. We can apply for a loan for those $2 million. The chances that might get them are close to none because of this and this and that. You know the parameters. You know the basic foundations as to how to get those loans approved, or what are the criteria to get them approved, right? So it's better to under-promise and over-deliver. In this age, where you can find anything online, price, building trust is a key component to keeping your customer with you for a long time. Trust. Additionally, financially, it is less expensive to keep a customer than trying to get new ones. Maybe you need to adjust your pricing if you want to keep the client. If you don't want to keep the client, let them go. Have conversations with your clients. As the owner of your business, you should really have a pulse on what is going on with your client base. Survey can only do so much. Yeah, let's send surveys to all the clients. Maybe their assistant will respond. No, you as the owner have direct access to those owners. You need to be able to ask your clients the tough questions. Tough questions. Questions that you know they're going to hurt. Questions that you know that the answer is going to help you grow. Grow, it's painful. Growing, it's painful. Some questions could include, would you recommend our product service to any other individual? What can we do to even make the product or service better? Are you happy with the results? Those questions, I'm pretty sure you know the answer to. And you're going to tell me, so why, if I know the answer, why would I want to hear it from the client? Because the answer, it's going to validate your thinking. Never assume. Oh, this client loves us. Really? Have you asked them? You're gonna be surprised when you ask them that they don't really love you. You are their best option at this time, but at any opportunity, they'll go to another person. Don't promise something you can't deliver. This is a really, really big one. Not only will you ruin the reputation of your business, but you could also face legal charges for false advertising. Stay close to your core service and don't drift into other areas you are not an expert in. This is very common in every industry. Everybody wants the sell. Everybody wants the revenue. Most salespersons will do anything and everything on their power to close that sale. Don't promise something that your company might not be able to deliver. Most business owners, most salespeople can care less about the legalities or the legal implications certain things can do. Certain words on their webpage, certain links on their webpage not working. Oh, let me just put terms and condition, privacy, disclosures, but when I click there, it doesn't work. Oh yeah. Put the unsubscribe on the email, but the link is broken. That's spamming. Not having those terms and conditions, disclaimers, cookies, or whatever it is that it should be on the bottom of your webpage with those broken links or not working links, that puts you in risk. That puts your company and yourself at risk. Yes, we can get you the $2 million loan. Okay, get me the $2 million loan. Yes, you are going to get $10,000 in 30 days. But did you tell them how? Do you have the disclaimers? No. They don't work. No, they don't work. Well, at the end of the 30 days, give me my $10,000. You told me that I was going to get $10,000. Oh, yeah, but I meant that if you bought my program or you follow the program or you did this or you did that. Like, where the hell is that written? Do you understand? Do you get my drift? Don't promise something you can't deliver. Clarity. Many times, even if we have great delivery for our products or service, the expectations that the customers has are not in line with the delivery. Here's your tax return. Oh, but I'm paying taxes. Yeah, there's your tax return. Yeah, but you're delivering, right? Yeah, but I'm paying taxes. Well, the client expected not to pay taxes. Were you clear with them that after calculations, you were going to let them know what was going to be their tax liability? Or I am not getting any leads on my marketing. Yeah, but your campaign is there. Yeah, but I'm not getting any leads. Like, did you promise any leads to your client? Here are a few ways to set customer expectations at the beginning of your engagement. Hey, these are the rules of the game. This is what they can expect from you, service provider, delivery. When you walk into McDonald's and you order a Big Mac, French fries, and a Coke, you expect for them to give you a Big Mac, French fries, and a Coke. Isn't that right? How difficult it is? Not at all. It's on the menu. You order that. They repeated the order back. You paid for that. They accepted the money for that. What are they supposed to hand you over? A Big Mac, French fries, Coke. What if they only provided you the French fries and the Coke? Where's my Big Mac? Oh, it's going to be out in a few. What's a few? It's going to be out in 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Clearly, 5 minutes. 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes. Where's my Big Mac? You see what you see where I'm getting? First of all, let them know what you're responsible for and what they are responsible for. Every service provider relationship, it's a two-way street. They provide, you deliver. They provide, you deliver. To be successful, both parties must agree to their role in the success of the relationship. Both parties, and I am speaking on some legal jargon terms because it's an both parties must agree to their role in the success of the relationship. Clearly mark everything that you require from them and clearly mark everything you're going to give them or they're going to get from you. Give them specific deliverables that you will provide. Explain specific items they will be receiving. This will stop confusion on what you should be giving them and in what time frame. Be very clear on the deliverables from you, whether it's a tangible or an intangible, right? Explain your response time and how long will it take to get back to them. It is better to let people know exactly how long it will take to get back to you so they don't feel like you are ignoring them. Be very clear. If you have to say it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, it doesn't matter. Every time that they are seeking immediate help, immediate advice, other than you letting them know that you're there for them at 24/7, explain to them, hey, we have a response time of this period, and you will get your information on this time, right? They might say, well, you already responded to my email, so why would not be feasible for you to reply or respond to what I'm asking you? We actually, and I'm saying about us, we actually have a auto response to let the client know that we've received the email and that our response time is 48 to 72 hours, and that we only review emails at noon and at 4 p.m., and that we'll get to them as soon as possible with an answer. That if it's an urgent matter, to call the office. There's always someone in the office with full access to their file if this is an emergency, right? Now, you're going to have to define emergency. In order for me to take action, for me personally, the IRS must be knocking at their door. That, to me, it's an emergency. Remember, communication is the best way to make sure you are delivering on your products or services. Communication. And we've had an episode or a couple of episodes defining communication, verbal, nonverbal, meanings. Okay, reach out to invictusadvisors.com/shark to chat with us about ways we can help you create a great delivery system for your clients. Procedures, systems, that's the best way to create great delivery for your clients. And you know what? That's going to add value to your practice, to your firm, to your office. Clients will notice immediately when you have systems in place, and they'll value it. When you have consistency through your systems, right? So make sure you visit LinkedIn and follow us, like us. We have special content on LinkedIn. We have special content on Instagram. We have special content in YouTube. No, actually, the YouTube channel has all our Lunch with the Sharks episodes. We are on Spotify. Follow us, like us, send us your comments, send us whatever you don't like about us. I'll be more than happy to address them and see how we can grow and change. If you don't like something that I say, send us an email, send us a video, send us a comment, send us a message. And we'll try our best to improve or actually give you a reason why we said that or why we're doing that. Remember, everything is based on your interpretation of my words. Meanings, the meaning of the words are put by everybody. Okay? I might be trying to transmit something that you're interpreting differently. We can go into a debate, talk about it. If you want to be a guest on our show, we're actually thinking about another guests for the next couple of weeks. We are interested on talking to entrepreneurs that we're going to go through a interview process, and we're going to talk about their businesses. And we are going to do sort of hot seats live, where we're going to put them on the spot because they're going to grow. Trust me. and we're going to help them fix those issues. So probably by the beginning of October, that's going to be rolled out. We're going to have entrepreneur hot seats. So if you want to participate in those, send us an email, invictus-advisors.com/shark. You'll go through our interview process, and we might put you on the hot seat. Remember, the kits is going to be extended until the end of September. So let us know. Send us your kits video, kit at invictus-advisors.com, sort of a Shark Tank model. And remember, $400, $500 cash and prizes, and $1,750 cash and prizes that it's going to be awarded by not only Benny, David, and Miguel Angelito. Okay? So anything you want, let us know. And today quote, we're going to quote an American author, salesman, motivator, speaker. You might know about him, Zig Ziglar. And he said, if you believe your product or service can fulfill a true need, it's your moral obligation to sell it. It's been great chatting with you today. I hope you have an amazing beginning of the month. A great afternoon. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with the Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com, and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.